Recently, I had a student in my office, and we were discussing the challenges around properly allocating time to their various commitments. This student, like many, is heavily involved in extracurricular activities, such as playing sports, rehearsing their instrument, and scouting. As a middle school student, they are realizing the challenges that are present in making responsible decisions around how to balance participation in each of these activities with a budding social life and a commitment to academic success. These decisions are tough for middle school kids, and they often need support in learning how to navigate them. Every day, we ask our students to solve challenging academic problems. It might be a particularly thorny word problem or evaluating between primary and secondary sources in a social studies class. Yet we also expect our students to solve problems and make choices that have a profound impact on the social and emotional well-being of themselves and others. Are we as educators, as adults, as parents, doing enough to support our children not just academically, but socially as well? Utilizing effective problem-solving skills is an important aspect of responsible decision-making, which is one of the 5 core competencies of social-emotional learning, as outlined by the New Jersey Department of Education. As we reinforce responsible decision-making with our students, we're asking them to consider the consequences of their actions and to make constructive choices after considering the ethical and personal standards, safety concerns, and social norms. A responsible student will make a realistic evaluation of the consequences of his or her actions while taking into consideration the well-being of his or herself and others.
More specifically, the subcompetencies of responsible decision-making are: develop and implement and model effective problem-solving and critical thinking skills. This means considering the well-being of yourself and others. Students will identify the consequences associated with one's actions in order to make constructive choices. A student who makes responsible decisions does so based on safety, social, and ethical considerations. And finally, evaluate personal, ethical, safety, and civic impact. What are the realistic consequences of various actions, and how do you make constructive, safe choices about yourself and your relationships? In many ways, we use the curriculum to teach students how to be effective problem solvers. For example, in a health class, you may see students being presented with scenarios that allow them to identify problems, brainstorm potential consequences, and evaluate the best solution. These activities are done in groups to help them explore different approaches to problems and to understand that there may be many perspectives to a problem. At the intermediate level, we understand that students are faced with many tough choices each day, and they do need to work on developing the skill of responsible decision-making. We take each interaction with students as an opportunity to have a conversation about the choice that was made, what consequence may happen now or in the future, and how they can make the best choice that represents the person they want to be. Our goal is that mistakes become learning opportunities. Responsible decision-making, like all of our social-emotional competencies, is a skill that students need to be successful at the middle school and as they progress through life. At Edison and Roosevelt, our team of teachers, administrators, counselors, and staff work together to promote that skill in our everyday interactions, as well as our specific programs, such as advisory, character education, tolerance, and our guidance curriculum. Our goal is that the students understand the impact of decisions, both large and small, on themselves, the community, and the world around them. Thank you.